Ladies and gentlemen, on this day in baseball history, August 21st, this might be the greatest day in baseball history ever. I'm telling you what, we are going to be talking about three Hall of Famers doing so much for the game and in their career. I mean, these are milestones that we are going to be talking about today. Babe Ruth, Rollie Fingers, and Ichiro Suzuki. Of course, Ichiro not quite a Hall of Famer yet, but of course bound for Cooperstown eventually. Absolutely crazy. This might be, like I said, one of the greatest videos that I ever post because of everything that happened on today's date in history. So, of course, if you want to check it out for yourself, go take a look right down here, nationalpastime.com. Link is in the description as well. You can take a look at all the history that happened today, as well as look forward to tomorrow and let me know what I should talk about if anything interests you. So we're going to start with Babe Ruth. I mean, this guy absolutely created pathways, I guess, for the game. I mean, he pushed the game in such a direction. He took his skills and baseball to another level, right? And today in history, he hit his 600th home run, the first player to ever do that back in 1931. And if you haven't looked at his stats on Baseball Reference, my goodness, I'll put them right here. I don't even know if they'll fit on the screen, to be honest, but this guy, he led the league in pretty much everything from the years 1920 to 1935. I mean, you see all that black that was there? That's all league leaders that he led the league in, like everything. And he was also an MVP. I mean, this guy, MVP, two-time All-Star, 7-time World Series champion. He got the batting title, ERA title, because he was a two-way player. He's going to be retired in Cooperstown forever and in the Yankees Hall of Fame forever. My goodness. I mean, this guy is Mike Trout of, the 1900s. So, honestly, I think Mike Trout's the only guy who was ever going to compete with Babe Ruth's numbers. But even then, this guy, for the time he played in, was absolutely incredible. And, of course, today, hit his 600th home run back in 1931. Only 9 players have ever hit 600 home runs. 3 players have hit 700. He's being one of them. Of course, the first player to do that as well. But Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, of course, the only players to do 700. A-Rod, Mays, Pujols, Griffey, Tomey, and Sosa, the only other guys to hit 600. That's crazy. Of course, Albert Pujols still playing. He's at 652 as of recording this video. He's got, 2 years left on his contract. I think he could get up to A-Rod, but that's not the point of this video. The point is Babe Ruth, first player to ever hit 600 home runs. Now, that is crazy. Let's put it that way. I mean, if you look at his stats, if you look at his home runs, he led the league in home runs, which is really weird because he jumped from 11 in 1918, where he led the league, to 29 in 1919, where again he led the league, to 54, 59, 35, 41, 46, 25, 49, 60, 54, 46, 49, and 46. Of course, all those numbers except for the 35 and the 25 led the league. But it's just crazy to see how he jumped from 11 leading the league up to 29, up to 30, or up to 54, up to 59. That's crazy, but that's what you got to do to break the record, I suppose, or set the record, I guess, at the time. So let's take a look at that game, because that game is really interesting. It's the St. Louis Browns. We talked about them yesterday. They're not very good. But I'll show you guys the game score and everything right up here. 11-7 was the final, and it was the Yankees versus the Browns. Hank Johnson got the win for the Yankees. George Blaholder, he got the loss. He only went 2 innings, and if you saw in the box score, I'll show it again here. In the box score, the Yankees scored 1 run in the first. That was the home run, as Blaholder only went 2 innings, which means only 1 run was scored in the first 2 innings, and Babe Ruth hit a home run off of Blaholder. Boom. There you go. First inning home run, got it out of the way, number 600 on today's date in history. Again, I'll show you all the players and all their stats right there, the lineups and everything, but that's pretty freaking sweet, I tell you what. So that's history. I mean, right there, if there's a definition for history, that is it right there. Of course, Babe Ruth, one of the legends of the game, only probably going to be matched by Mike Trout if he stays healthy. it's incredible. So if you haven't checked out his entire baseball reference page, go check it out. There's so much to look at. But let's talk about the next guy in the Hall of Fame. Maybe, I know you guys know him, of course, but maybe not as recognized for his accomplishment as what Babe Ruth or somebody like Ichiro, which we'll talk about in a second, somebody of their stature. But Rollie Fingers recorded his 300th save today. I got to go find what year it was. I think it was 1982. Yes, he became the first player in Major League history to record 300 saves. And now he was a Brewer at this time. Of course, you guys know Rollie Fingers is the guy with the mustache. But he was with Oakland for 9 seasons, then went to the Padres, then went to the Brewers. And maybe you guys don't know that. That's when he really shined as a pitcher. I mean, obviously he was good, and I think he's more known for when he pitched in Oakland. I mean, he was young. He was this guy who was pretty good. I mean, ERA-wise, one of the best closers, one of the best relievers in the game, in the history of the game. But when he was with the Brewers, towards the end of his career, that's when he won the Cy Young. That's when he won the MVP. That's when he won the All-Star votes and everything. I mean, obviously, still a Hall of Famer, MVP, Cy Young, 7-time All-Star, 3 World Series champion, World Series MVP, and a 4-time reliever of the year. This guy was incredible, right? Like I said, but again, probably not where you would think. He was really good with Milwaukee, and that's when he got his 300th save. Was in 1982. I don't know, was he injured in 1983 or did he just take a break or what? I would guess he would be injured, but he played 50 games in 1982 and then still played 33 in 1984. Just had that break. So again, I'm not sure if he got injured or not, but he led the league in 1981 in saves, had 29 the next season in 1982 when he came over, or I guess when he was with Milwaukee still. That was not the league lead, I tell you what, but 29. Okay, remember that number here because we're going to go look at the game where he threw the 300th career save. It was against the Seattle Mariners. Again, I'll put all the information up right here. It was against the Seattle Mariners. It was his 28th save of the season. He actually gave up 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning. Again, the box score right there. But 3-2 is the final score. He recorded his 28th save of the season. Again, going back to what I just said, he only recorded 29 that year. It's August 21st. He only got 1 more save in the entire rest of 1982, which probably, if it was an injury, was probably a reason why he didn't pitch. But that's kind of crazy just to think about, that he only had 1 for the rest of the season. And still got 300 career saves. The first person to do that. I mean, if you look over there, I guess I don't have him up there right now. But Trevor Hoffman, of course, he had 500. Or did he ever get 600? Gosh darn it. I'm going to have to look that up. I'll put it down there. But, and then Rivera, of course, one of the best closers in the game's history, led by this guy. Somebody had to get 300 first, and it was Rollie Fingers. So let's talk about the one thing that, I mean, is absolutely incredible now. Ichiro Suzuki hitting 4,000 hits.
Line drive, base hit, there it is. 4,000 hits. Janssen, the 3rd man in baseball history to have 4,000 hits. He does it in the first inning, and the Yankees come out of the dugout to congratulate him for a great achievement.
Now, Ichiro Suzuki, there is, I would not say, controversy over it, but like I said in the other video, Pete Rose and Ty Cobb are the only 2 players to ever hit 4,000 hits. And that's because Ichiro played in the Japan League, right, where it's not affiliated with Major League Baseball. So I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you think Ichiro, not that he's not deserving of 4,000 hits, because of course he is, and he's a legend in the game by playing in both leagues, but does it count? That's what I'm wondering, because if you look at his baseball reference page, he only has 3,089 hits, and that's because that's how many hits he had in the major leagues. But when you go to the Japan League, he had 1,000 there. You combine the two, and of course, That's 4,000. So I want to know what you guys think, but of course it's an incredible accomplishment. Like I said the other day, I would never get one hit, but this guy, he's going to be a future Hall of Famer. He was an MVP, Rookie of the Year, 10-time All-Star, 10-time Gold Glove, 3-time Silver Slugger, 2-time batting champion, and All-Star MVP. This guy, he's a walking Hall of Fame book right here. And, I mean, he led the league in almost everything, or at least at-bats, hits, plate appearances, for the good part of his career. I mean, 2001, I've got his bobblehead back there. I don't know if you can see it. It's right between Babe Ruth and Garrett Cole back there. When he came out of the league in 2001, absolutely incredible, right? And just kept it going until 2012. You know, that's when he started to get older, right? He was 38 years old when he started going around to different teams. But in 2013, he got his 4,000th hit off the knuckleballer. You already saw the video. I'll show you the box score now. The Yankees won that game 4-2 as Ichiro hit it off the knuckleballer and in the first inning as well. As he was the second batter of the game, went 1 for 4 that game. Again, I'll put the rest of the stats up here. But that's pretty awesome. I think, not if you don't believe he should get credited for 4,000 hits in the majors, or if you do, that's incredible still. And what a game that was. It happened today. It happened today in history. So much history happened today. And it's absolutely awesome to be able to relive it and watch the footage or read the stats. That's absolutely incredible. I love doing that. So I want to know what you guys think about all these guys, you know, Hall of Famers, right? These guys are legends in the game. I want to know what you guys think about them. Again, you can check out all their information on Baseball Reference or in the nationalpastime.com link in the description. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and we will check you guys next time tomorrow for another video. Peace out.